Now let's talk about our second wave equation, E equals h nu. So E is, as you would expect, energy, and its typical unit is joules. It's represented by the capital letter J. H is Planck's constant, 6.63 times 10 to the negative 34th joules seconds. It's another constant. It does not change. Our scripty looking V is the Greek letter nu, again, still represents frequency, and the units can be hertz, inverse seconds, or 1/seconds. So, for example, let's say we have a problem that gives us the frequency as 4.86 times 10 to the 16th hertz, and it asks us for the energy. Since I have the E and the nu present, I know that I'm going to be using this equation to solve this particular problem. I don't need to rearrange anything this time because my E is already by itself on one side of the equal sign. So all that's left to do is to plug in my numbers. H, we've already mentioned, is 6.63 times 10 to the negative 34th joules seconds. Frequency was given to us in the problem. And now it's just a simple matter of multiplying. 6.63 times 10 to the negative 34th, if I can get that into my calculator there, times 4.86 times 10 to the 16th, gives us an energy of 3.22 times 10 to the negative 7th, and our typical unit is joules. After this, all we have to take care of are our significant figures. Back to the problem we go. Only 3 sig figs in the number we were given. Constants do not affect our sig fig tally. Means I can only have 1, 2, 3 significant figures in my final answer. So 3.22 times 10 to the negative 17th joules is my final answer. Again, make sure your answer includes number, unit, and the correct number of significant digits. One other thing I should mention, with all of these scientific notation nonsense thingies that we're doing with these problems, make sure that you do in fact put them in parentheses when you put them in your calculator. Solves you a lot of headache later. Let's try a word problem. What is the frequency of a photon that has an energy of 8.23 times 10 to the negative 20th joules? First thing we need to talk about is which variables did they even give me? We have a frequency that we don't know. What is the frequency? So my nu is unknown, has an energy of 8.23 times 10 to the negative 20th joules. So I have an E, I'm looking for a nu, my H is constant, means I'm going to be using my E equals h nu equation. This time I do need to rearrange it because I'm looking for the nu. It is not by itself on one side of the equal sign, so I got some shifting to do. Divide both sides by h. Now I have E over h equals nu. And it's simply a matter of plugging in what I know. 8.23 times 10 to the negative 20th divided by 6.63 times 10 to the negative 34th joules seconds. Plug that into the old calculator. Again, please remember to put your scientific notation numbers in parentheses in your calculator. Saves you many a heartache later on tests and such. Frequency unit is hertz. Last thing we need to talk about, sig figs. Back to the number given in the problem. 3 significant figures. I can only have 3 in my final answer. So my final answer would be 1.24 times 10 to the 14th hertz. Number, correct sig figs, and units. One last concept to talk about, and that would be problems that involve both types of equations. Stay tuned.